Buying a home is a major investment. If you're spending $300,000, $500,000, $700,000, $1 million, honestly, it really doesn't matter, right? Because that's a lot of money. And so here's my really encouragement to all of the buyers that I help is buy smart. I'm here in Stafford, Virginia, about to show a home to an amazing family that I want to share with you 7 questions that I typically encourage my clients to be able to ask when they're thinking about buying a home. Hi, my name is Sean Derrick. I am a local realtor, a real estate investor, and a local pastor. And all that means to you is I know real estate, I know how to buy homes because I buy dozens myself, and I truly care for this community. And just excited and honored to be able to serve you in your journey of home ownership. But one of the first questions I always ask my buyers to ask about a home that they're going to go see is all about the location. I really think it's important to consider factors like the proximity to schools. Where is the local bus drop-off in the neighborhood? Where is the public transportation? How far away is shopping? How far away is entertainment? I'm here in North Stafford in a subdivision called Park Ridge, and within 2-mile radius there are 5 elementary schools. And so that just simply tells you we're definitely in the suburban area of North Stafford. And when it comes to public transportation, well, you have the Fredericksburg Regional Transit bus system, which is a great bus system. The closest pickup I think right here is about half a mile right down off of Northampton Boulevard. The VRE train station, if you're actually needing to get on the train station, is 18 minutes away from where we are at the moment, which is right on the east side of 95. Now from this house alone, we are 8 minutes from the South commuter lot and about 45 minutes to the closest airport. That's just an example of what kind of questions you can ask when you're considering the location of a home. So the second question I would encourage you to ask is all about the neighborhood. What's the cleanliness like? What's the safety like? What's the overall appeal like? Does it have an HOA or not? And the reason why I actually think this is a really important question to ask is because often you think about resaleability. And so does the quality of the neighborhood feel like it's going to maintain the equity of the home, and will it appreciate at a good way because there's just quality homeowners all the way around you? So that's just a good question to be able to ask. But also ask, how much is the HOA itself and what do you get? So here's an example. Like I am here in Park Ridge and the HOA is $78 a month. Now it has a community pool, it has a baseball field, a soccer fields, jogging paths, some playing grounds. So at least when you're paying $78 a month, you're getting some true amenities for that HOA cost. And the third question I would encourage you to ask is, what is the size and the layout of the home? Here in Virginia, we have a lot of basements. And so I would encourage you to focus on the above grade square footage, because that is the square footage that is above the basement. The reason that matters is, let's say the home has 2,800 square feet above grade, and it has an unfinished basement. If you were to compare that house to a home that has 2,800 square feet total square footage, including the basement, it's a totally different feel of the home. So I really think it's helpful to look at the above grade square footage, because that's going to give you the feel of how large the primary living space of the home is. And when you look on Zillow, be careful, because a lot of times it'll say what the total square footage is. Now I would encourage you to consider what the above grade square footage is. So this home I'm in right now has 2,813 above grade square feet and also has a finished basement. So I'll show you around real quick just so you can kind of get a feel for what's that size of house like. The fourth question is, what is the age and condition of the home? The age of the home is an important piece to know, is because that's going to allow you to get kind of a feel for possibly what's the current age of the appliances or the mechanicals, like this right here, which is the HVAC. You're looking to see how old is the roof. Because when it comes to condition, it's really important just to be able to know what potentially might be coming around the corner that you might have to upgrade or replace. Now, I also encourage you to actually walk into the utility room. Look at the plumbing, see if there's polybutylene piping. Look at the foundation as you walk around. Just peek to see if there's potentially any issues. Open the electric panel. Actually look to see, are there any breakers, or is any kind of space for more breakers, or is potentially the panel just really old? All of these are really important questions just to be able to consider what potentially you might just need to do within the next 5-10 years, in owning the home. I'd also encourage you to take a look at the quality of renovations. That's an important one, because sometimes the work was just done by a hairy homeowner and it might just be wonderful, but if it looks really kind of, jacked up a little bit, then you kind of want to be cautious of, was it done right, or did it look like it was done by a professional? These are all just great questions to ask. Now, I buy houses that need a lot of work, and so it's no problem to buy houses that need renovations. It's just you want to take that in consideration in the offer that you actually put in. So a fifth question is, how much storage space is there in the home? Now, you may not want really too much storage space because it's going to encourage you to be a pack rat, right? With that said, you do want to have some easy access for seasonal decorations, luggage, places to store seasonal clothes. There's just necessities to be able to store. So you want to think about that as you walk around the house, is what kind of storage does it have? I'm here in a crawl space. Yes, literally I'm standing up, but it's a crawl space. So if you're walking in and you see a house that has crawl space, consider, hey, is it worth potentially conditioning it so that you can have extra storage space, actually in the crawl space. If you have a shed, just remember that they're usually not conditioned. And so that can be a problem if you store things that, need to be conditioned, because there'll be mold on it. So the sixth question is all about the outdoor space. And ask this, is the outdoor space sufficient for your needs? So this is where you need to dream a little bit. What's important to you? How do you want to feel when you're in your backyard? How much work or lack of work do you want to do actually to the yard when it comes to maintenance? Now, you don't necessarily always need to have a large yard, but if you do enjoy outdoor activities, throwing the frisbee, kicking the soccer ball, you want to probably ask, where's the local parks? Or is there common areas in the HOA, in the neighborhood that you're buying? So these are just great questions to be asking as you're going in to see a house. And the last question, which is the seventh question I would encourage you to ask, is all about future development. The worst thing is you buy a house because you love the trees in the backyard, and then you find a year later they all get taken down because there was development that was coming in right behind you. You would have wanted to know that, so ask these questions. Is there any future development that's actually happening around this neighborhood? Are there going to be more homes built? Is there going to be more economy being built? Is there going to be shopping centers? All of these are really great questions to ask, and this is not necessarily negative. This could actually add to the positive equity of your home because it makes your home worth more, or potentially it could, take a sellable feature away, like if all the trees actually came down. So good questions to ask. But also, I think when you're thinking of the location and you're kind of thinking about future development, you want to consider schools. Are you in a location where you're right on the edge of the line? Could you potentially be redistricted? So if you choose an area because you love the school, but if there's a redistricting, that actually happens, then you would want to know that. So these are just simple questions to be asking, to be aware of as you're considering purchasing a house. Well, I hope you found a lot of value in considering these 7 questions when you're looking to buy a house. So I hope this is a wonderful journey for you. Be smart, buy smart, ask these questions, and enjoy the investment. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the memories that you get to have when you buy this next house. Now, I have put together just a quick PDF. If you would like it, you can just go to the description to download it with these 7 questions that you can take as you're considering buying a house. God bless.